YouTube, it's Ashley at Bookish Realm, and I am so sorry for my absence. Um, I got really sick, y'all, and I have basically been bedridden for the past 48 to 72 hours. I was in and out of work all week. My fever actually spiked to like 102 degrees, so I was not in any condition to film. I barely even blogged. Anything that usually went up was stuff that I already had pre-written and stuff. So I'm sorry that there has not been a video at all this week. This is the first time that a video is actually going up, and I do apologize. I'm not sure when I'm gonna do my January wrap up. I have a Diversathon wrap up, and oh boy, it's just a mess. So I'm basically here for my February TBR, which is going to be solely focused on the fact that today is February 3rd, and it is the third day of Black History Month. In preparation of Black History Month, or in honor of Black History Month, I am participating in Read So Lit, which is hosted by Dee over at Brown Girl Reading, and I will link her channel and the information for that down below. This happens once a year during the month of February, and it pushes us to focus on reading literature by Black authors. So, of course, I was already down to participate since the beginning of the year. I was so glad when Dee made her announcement. But I'm just going to give you a brief TBR. Remember, like I said, I'm not really working too heavily with TBRs this year, simply because of the fact that I'm a very big mood reader, and I don't want to continue to make TBR videos if I'm not even sticking to them. Like, what's the point? So I'm going to show you a couple of things that I have lined up for just Read So Lit and Black History Month. So the first book I actually have waiting for me at the library, and it is the book that Dee picked for us as a group read, and it is Bedrock Faith by Eric Charles May. I had the title up over here so I can remember everything and all the information. But that is the group read. I don't know much about it. I'm going to it relatively blind. So I will have a picture up. You guys already see the picture. And that is the group read. The next book that I did have on my TBR is something that carried over from last month. And it is something that I managed to pick up in being sick. I know a lot of people think when you're sick, you like to read. But honestly, when you're sick, you just don't have the energy to do anything. So most of the time I spent laying in the bed watching Netflix. But the book that I wanted to finish that I had already started, and I actually have already finished, is Aya Love in Yop City by Marguerite Abouye and Clément or Brouy. I'm not going to say his last name. I'm not going to say it because every time I say it, I completely butcher it. This is a bind up of volumes 4, 5, and 6 in the series. So with reading this bind up, I actually have finished the entire series, and it was great. I'm so glad that I read all 6 volumes of this. It was a great journey, a great story, and I will be doing a full-length review on all 6 volumes whenever I get a free chance. The next thing that I have, excuse me, the next thing that I have on my list here is March Book 1. By John Lewis, Andrew Aiden, and Nate Powell. This is something that I was going to read for Diversathon, but I just didn't get to it. And I already started reading this, and I'm about 58 pages in, 58 or more pages in, which is probably close to halfway. So even with this one, I've already started, and I'm actually close to finishing it already. The next one that I have here is A Brief History of 7 Killings by Marlon James. I actually started reading this one last year, and I was checking it out from the library, and every time I tried to check it out from the library, I just was trying to take my time. I took my time too much, and there were other people waiting in line for it, so I just went ahead and bought my own copy of it. And I'm reading this one because it is by a Black author, but I'm also reading this one for my Around the World Reading Challenge because I need a book for Jamaica, and this is written by a Jamaican author. So, okay, so this book is basically surrounding an incident that took place 2 days before Bob Marley was to play at the Smile Jamaica concert. If you don't know about that, definitely research it. And it kind of mixes fact with fiction, and I'm really going to enjoy that. So this is definitely on my list. All right, guys, so that is it. I'm not saying that that's all I'm going to read, but that's all that I definitely want to get accomplished. There probably will be more things in between. I definitely will keep you guys up to date, but I'm glad to be back on the channel. Thank you for sticking around. Hey to my new subscribers who have been subscribing since I've been gone for the week, but I really appreciate it. If you guys are participating in Read So Lit, make sure you tell me in the comment box below. Let me know what you'll be reading. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content from me, make sure you click the subscribe button. As always, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Bye.